Hi, I'm getting ready to hike the CDT in 2023, and as part of my preparations, of course, I'm trying to get my pack weight down as low as I can get it. And I just was digging through some of my stuff, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to share something. So I started backpacking in 1976, and at that time, 76, I joined REI lifetime membership for $2. And at that time, there were two REI stores. One was in Portland. No, is that true? Seattle and Oakland, California, I believe. The very cool stove to have at that time was the SVEA, as we said it, SVEA 123, made in Switzerland, maybe? Made of brass. This is the stove here. It runs on white gas. I'm not actually sure. This is my old stove. It's been with me for all these years. I haven't carried it for many years because with the stove, I used to carry the stove. That's a little cook pot on it, but I actually had a cook kit that went with it. Along with the stove always went it's a 1 liter bottle for white gas. For like a 3 or 4 day trip, I would fill it about halfway full. But these two things together weigh about 23 ounces, which is pretty amazing. Back in 1976, I was just in love with the idea of being outside and being lighter. It just didn't even occur to me. Most equipment was crap back then. And it was just the thrill of being outside. It wasn't the equipment. But I just think it's funny now in retrospect to take a look at this thing, which is the only thing I have left of my old kit, from the 70s and 80s, is the old stove. And this old bottle, which these I purchased from REI back in the day. And my new cook kit, which is this little Tokes 650 pot, the BRS stove, hot lips, because I drink out of this, and a little titanium windscreen because the BRS really doesn't perform well in wind and it really needs that. And of course, always the fuel cartridge. But this whole thing comes out to, I think, around 10 ounces with a full cartridge. So, you're talking about, if I were to say, fill this bottle, which would give me about as much cook time as this canister, I think, you're talking about a pound difference, really. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, the old SVEA 123. It's kind of cool to have it still. I don't know if it's functional anymore. There's actually a wick that's part of it, and I think that is long ago dried out and dilapidated to the point where it's not functional anymore. Although it's probably possible to still get wicks for them. It'd be kind of fun to fire the thing up. They were a little bit dangerous. They were a little finicky. They were hard to use. I saw a guy burn his tent down with one time, spraying white gas around out of the jet. But it was what we had back then. And so I just thought, if you're into gear and you're kind of new to gear, then you might kind of get a kick out of this thing. This is actually the pot handle. This is all pretty thick aluminum stuff. The stuff was pretty bulletproof, I'll give you that. But yeah, fun, things change, equipment gets better and lighter, and we all get to enjoy that. My cup, pot, windscreen, BRS stove, hot lips so I don't burn my lips on the cup. lid, and fuel canister, which is full.